Hi, it's Mary Beth with sacredgrowth.com. I recently wrote a blog and I wanted to share it with you because it was so interesting to me. As I'm saying this, it is the first week of 2023. And, um, I have a background in dream work and shamanistic background, which means you get to experience all sorts of interesting interactions. And I notice more stuff in the world that I could say, wow, that's symbolic. I wonder what that means. And this happened to me when I was walking my dog Newt. And Newt is our most recent and beloved addition to the house. He's a little dog, 23 pounds, face is beagle-like, rest of his body looks more dachshund-like, and he's a super guy. Um, so let me tell you what happened, because what I believe that I received could be a way of getting us ready for this year. At least I think it's for me, but I was drawn or pushed to share this as a blog for everybody. So I thought maybe there's more people out there that need this information. So I'm going to read so I stay on tracks. Just know that's why I'm looking down. So what might it mean when two hawks show up while I'm walking my dog Newt? I was awestruck because I was looking up in the tree. It was twilight, and there is a hawk sitting in the tree. And I'm like, look at that, Newt. He's like, no, there's squirrels. There's a few squirrels, but like, look at that. And then probably 30 seconds to a minute later, another hawk flies by. I'm like, two hawks? Where I live in Alexandria, Virginia, that's not a regular occurrence. Let me put it that way. Okay. So I thought, what could this mean? And that's where we're going. So we think of two hawks as a New Year's symbol, a New Year's Eve, just a New Year's symbol of like what's going to happen for us. And first thing that came to me, hawks are predators. And in the non-human world, predators maintain balance of species. So it's very different than the meaning of predator in the human world, which doesn't have a positive ounce of goodness in it. But this is different in the non-human world. So we love and cherish many prey animals, non-predator animals. Rabbits come to mind for me. But if you look at it, when they overrun the system, the ecosystem, when there's too many, it really hurts the natural surroundings. And predators are the ones who keep everything in balance. It's not a solution that I would, I'm like, oh, this is dear and dear to my heart. Although there are hunters in the family, I understand that, for food. At least it was before. But this is the truth of the way it works, right? So we're looking at the characteristics of these birds. And one of them, the top one that came to mind, is predator. So what that came to me as a meaning is there might be a rebalancing of resources, which may look harsh from our human perspective. And so I want you to hold on to the intention that if you see something, rebalancing of resources, however that shows up in your life, that we trust that there's grace in that interaction and we'll see something good. Now, to get to that place of seeing something good, you have to go to another aspect of hawk, which is the one I saw that was soaring. right? So way up high, you think bird's eye view, a different perspective than our ground view. So I pulled out Ted Andrews, but I've been using this one for years, Animal Speak. And here's what he says about hawk. Rising to a higher level can bring rapid development of the psychic energies. Hawk helps us balance using those senses appropriately. It teaches us the balance necessary to discover our true purpose in life. So for me, the way I'm interpreting this right now is moving our vibrations which also are emotions, to a higher level, closer to love and compassion during this rebalancing, especially if it seems harsh, will help us soar high enough to notice what might be positive about all of this when it's not visible at this lower level. Okay? All right. So let's go to the other hawk. Two hawks. One was sitting. And as I thought about that, like, what does that mean? So this second hawk felt very centered in her purpose in this very tall tree. It was not like I'm hesitating, I don't know what to do. It was like a confident waiting for her next right step, next right action. So in this hawk, I see permission to consciously stop and wait to receive a knowing about what you do next, what your next right action is going to be. And this one comes through specifically for me, is I don't have to do, check it off my to-do list to get where I need to go. What's more effective maybe in these times is to stop and let it come to you. I'm going to do that for myself. Okay, so then we got the two hawks thing going on, which in numerology has meaning too. And I never, not until I learned about it, did I say, yeah, okay, I'll take it that numbers have symbolic meanings, and I'm going with it. So let me tell you that we also had two themes here. One was balance, rebalancing, and the other was going higher, psychic, intuitive, higher consciousness. So there's two themes as well as two hawks. So I went up and I found something super on numerology.com, and I'm quoting. Numerology number 2 is known as a supremely feminine force, one that represents both grace and power. It is cooperative, always aiming to bring peace and balance back to a relationship or situation. This numerology number is also very sensitive. Of all the numbers, it has the strongest intuition. So if there was ever a year that you wanted to start using your intuition more, go for it. So if you're listening to this, to recap, I suggest if you see a rebalancing that looks a little bit harsh, rise up to a higher level, closer to compassion and love, closer to, what else could this mean? When you're unsure of what to do next, wait for an intuitive knowing on where to take the next steps, and trust that cooperation in some manner will bring peace and balance. Okay, I hope that is helpful, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.